Okay, we're going to do just a little bit of songwriting tonight. Anybody jumps on and is watching live, then we'll have a discussion and do Q&A, but it's Friday night. So what else should you be doing except for anything but just watching live streams on YouTube with Logic? Maybe even not even that much talking, we'll see, but I am going to be using sculpture kind of at the beginning here, just messing around a little bit with some sound design patches in this tool, which sculpture is definitely my top 5 favorite things about Logic. Always has been. It's one of the things when it was added early on that I loved about it the most. And I'm just using the ambient slow bow preset as a starting place. Looks like we have all 3 objects in play. Let's take the dampening and make it bouncing on key off. Interesting. We're going to change the material just a little. Let's do key on. It's a little too pure. Let's do. Oof, there's definitely some stuff with this patch that I don't like. But it's interesting. Ooh, who knows what we're going to do tonight, right? Ooh, that is... Man, there's so many options on this instrument. I'm not really doing a tutorial on this right now. I'm not talking you through but I'm having too much fun. Ooh. Julian's asking if a sculpture is a stock plugin, and yes, it definitely is. Okay, I like kind of that vibe that it's putting off. Let's put something like with some rhythm down first, and then we'll lay on top of that the ambient thing that I was just doing. So some sort of drum machine designer patch. And we'll look for something that has the right name, because that's all I'm going to be able to go off of. Nope. Man, we need some more cool stuff in here. West Coast Modular, maybe. A really synthy thing. And because we want to do this with the step sequencer, right? We'll do 64 steps. And we'll do 4 bars at the beginning here. What do we have down in some of these Vectral drum? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. I can already tell I don't like this kit. Let's try a different one. So spaced out, retro, reel to reel. That could be interesting. Let's try that for a minute. Oof, some of those are okay. A little too aimed at a musical thing and less at an ambient thing, though. That clearly too. So we're just doing a little bit of preset surfing for a minute. Low tech funk. You know, it'd be super useful to be able to just hear some, like, audition some of these things. The library functionality in Logic is not, it's not great. Not going to lie. But most of you who have used this for any heavy amount of time know that the library stuff is not super functional. Don't even know what I'm saying. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is it. I like this. Where's that? Here's the can opener. Let's change this down for a minute to 32 steps at the beginning. We're not really doing tutorial stuff, Dr. Voodoo, much right now. We're just, we can talk about it if you have specific questions. Right now, conversation time is really what I'm thinking. And then just working on a little bit of crazy. What does that kick sound like? Oh, maybe for the second one. And I want the drums. We're going to just put a little bit of verb on for the minute. Verb for now. I really want something sort of ambiency. I'm going to make up a bunch of words, apparently. But let's do something longer. Really just like flies out a little bit. Size decay. That's actually about right. Maybe just down a hair. Cool. Click option, click that over. I think we should actually probably let that first thing go a few repeats. How far? That many repeats? So we'll have to do twice for the moment while I'm working on it. And then in the second one, what are the sounds I want? Just some of these ambient sounds that are kind of cool in there. Okay, let's do... using the note repeat functionality, which is one of my favorites. It like triggers it multiple times. Well, it splits the note into equal segments, but it then triggers them all. It's so cool. What's this lighter sound? Ah, yes. Okay, so for the first section, something we're going to build in with that ambient. I'll really slow in. Guess I can just use that. And then the little kick thing will come in. I'm not really in a key signature, it's just kind of random pitch floating. Oh, it gave me another take folder. I didn't want one. Okay, then let's do sculpture here. Let's see, we got the delay's fine. The body EQ's fine. The cutoff frequency, that's what I'm going to do a little bit of touch automation on that. Let's see. I'm going to use the Nectar CS12 to do this with the fader, or the knob, I guess. We'll see. But I'm going to bring it in. Man, that cutoff frequency is not doing everything, that's for sure. Wonder what. So in addition to that, let's do a little bit with an equalizer here. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, we're there. Okay, equalizer. Just gonna do like a low pass filter at the beginning. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking in my brain. So good, I guess, that it's getting there. Let's do a similar thing with this guy. I mean, how many different... Oh, there we go. So many effects on the drum machine designer by default. We'll put this one in touch as well. Let's see. Similar thing at the beginning of this. I really want to be muffled and just a lot of the sub frequencies. Okay, so weird. Let's get that last. This last little section of the ambient slow bow thing. Let's undo that for a second because let's get the EQ in a little bit better place. Starting right there. And we can do this a couple different ways. Because I don't necessarily want to draw it all in, I want it to kind of stay stagnant. So that's the cutoff. What are we looking at here? Frequency. I could just bypass it, but we're just going to open it up. Okay, cool. Cool. So, we're going to go with that. Man, my headphone jack is acting up. Okay, we're good. We're going to go with that and add another instrument in here. So I like ambient things, but I like tonal, melodic things too. So that's what we're going to do, a little combination of those things. Sculpture again, because I'm in a sculpture kind of mood. But we'll start with some sort of thing. Let's turn off that other recording track at the top. Bouncing things at the end. I love that third, or the objects that can do the bouncing type. It's the third object and the second object in the bottom half. The first object can't do the bouncing, but so let's do a little bit of a MIDI effect arpeggiator on this. And we'll see if there's any. Usually I don't do too many presets. Let's not do that right now. I'm going to draw them in. Okay, so I like the rhythm part. I'm not really sure yet about the original sound. Okay, I'm kind of digging on that a little bit. I want to see the arpeggiator for a second. Pattern. Man, it's been a while since I've done multiple like controlled or triggered different patterns. So we're going to cheat and do it a different way, I think. Because I like that, but I want it to, after a little bit, to actually change what it does. So for instance, we're going to play here. I'm not feeling that yet. Let's see. The other stuff, it might just not match, but when I was listening back to that one sound, I think we do need to keep it a little bit more muted. High cut. The filter. Oh, yeah, that was the other one. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that. But I didn't record that, so let's record real quick what I just did. And let's split this right there. Just split the notes. That way I can drag it out for a little ways. And let's drag that out a little bit too. Those are just C's, so we can do other notes now on top of that. We'll do more sculpture for a minute. Okay, so let's figure out how that all ties together from the beginning. Turn off the click. I think I'm going to do this thing where I don't have that ping pong sound go all the time. Okay, so let's capture that. Ooh. Awesome. I love it when it does that. Logic is so helpful. And I did this on purpose a little bit so that that last little bit here that I would loop out some more. Ooh. And I think I want to bring back in some of this thing up at the top. It's like I don't want to just pretend like they were just at the beginning. Some of that low thing right there. Okay, so I need to put, we're not gain staging very much at this point, although I should always be, but we're just going to put a limiter on the output for a minute so I don't clip unnecessarily, knowing that we're creating, not mixing. But I also want, hear me out on this, we are going to switch to the binaural panner. So if you're not listening on headphones, you should be. And I'm going to put, where is this thing? Utility, no. Metering, imaging, binaural post processor. That's what I was just trying to think of where that was. Oh, we always put that on the master on the way out. When everything is binaural, and so I'm actually going to binauralize everything. I love, for this kind of stuff, binaural stuff is my favorite. It uses psychoacoustic principles to allow you to make it sound like it's coming in various directions around your head based on all the things we know about how the ear and the brain work. So super cool. As an example, we're going to take this first one, put this into touch mode, and I'm going to move it around a little bit because I want this to, as if it's coming around the head in different ways. That's cool. That's way cooler than you could even imagine. Okay, let that go for a little bit. When this comes back in, I want to move it some different ways. Cool. So check that out on headphones for sure. That is, oh, I just love that so much. I want to do this not so much with the drum things, but with the sparkle bells down here a little bit as well. And rookie mistake 101. Oof, let me think about that for a second. I'm going to fix it this way. When you put it into touch mode and then you decide to make changes, I'm just going to draw that in so it's wider. I want it to be wider. There we go. And I'm going to turn off touch for 1 second and put it in Doppler mode. I don't want the Doppler mode to come on and off. I want it to be in Doppler mode the whole time. Doppler mode's cool. It makes it sound like, sirens as they drive by you, and it uses that Doppler effect. And one thing I think I'm going to try to do here is, let's think, convert automation, convert visible track automation to region automation. I wish I could do, anyway, we're going to do that. That way, this little bit that I just made here is going to go into all of those loops that I just did. But I don't see no velocity angle. I don't see all the rest of it. That's, ugh. Did I just lose the other stuff I did? Looks like I might have. Erg. Undo, undo, undo. What am I on undo wise? Undo. Right there. Okay, so that's weird. Should have done all of it. I wonder if I just have to select it as well. Let's try one more time. Convert automation, all visible track. Okay, we're good. I just didn't have it selected and it was like deleting it. Cool. Love this thing when it's semi-functional, right? Okay, I'm going to do one more instrument, I think, and then call it a night. Let's do sculpture because that's the theme. Julian, are you still watching? I'm just curious. I don't know if I haven't really read the comments in a few minutes. Let me know if you're still watching, Julian. Let's see. I'm going to render this in high definition mode instead of the standard. Okay, so Julian, I was just looking at your comment. I recommend all of them in terms of what you're saying about the drums. I use different things for different things. And so I think one of the best things about Logic are all the percussion options, whether it's the drummer, the step sequencer, some kind of controller with pads or just, the normal piano thing. Loop based. All of them are like useful in different ways. And so I'm always like tonight I'm using the step sequencer some, but if you watch any of my other streams, I use the drummer track all the time. I think understanding each of them is so valuable. We're going to put on some jitter here to so the jitter adds randomness to something you're doing. I just love having that. I mean, this instrument, unparalleled. It's a little bit loud and bright. Let's do ascend here as well to the same. And we'll do the binaural panner because we're doing that with everything. Thank you, Rolly. A little bit too big of a size. So the binaural panner is great, but usually you have to add some motion for the ears to really pick up on it. So if you just place it in a place like I'm going to do with this one, it's a little less effective, and we should add some motion later or something, but we're not going to at this moment. I don't know. Let's just play a little bit first. Ooh. I gotta stop for a second. I don't want to record into the wrong track. Even though they fixed kind of the MIDI stuff, it's still broken half the time. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that's a place to stop, I think. Interesting. I like it. I like the flow. I don't know where it's going to go ever, or if it will go anywhere ever, but if you're watching this now or later, matter of fact, if you're watching this now at 1 hour and 6 minutes, like Julian SK, you guys are bonkers. But thanks for watching anyway, and I'm going to sign off. I'll talk to you later.